Hey everybody, Patrick here from Purposeful Armament. Today we're going to give probably our last update for Tennessee Exodus 2025. I want to start by saying, for all of those people who have signed up, thank you. It really does truly mean a lot. Even if you're someone who just watched the video, left a like, showed it to a friend, anything like that, we really appreciate that. We're a small business, and I'm sure everyone knows how difficult it is to generate an audience, generate people to purchase a product. But we're really happy with what we're doing with Tennessee Exodus. We think it's going to be a lot of fun. And for the 11 or so people who have signed up, we really appreciate it. With that being said, we do have 9 slots that are available. There's going to be a link in the description to the Practice Score site. Please register there so that we have so we can keep track of not only scores, but also who is going to be shooting the event. We are also allowing a wait list. The first 5 people on the wait list are going to be able to come out. So realistically, we have like 14 slots left. So we're about halfway full. But if you're someone who is interested, I would recommend you check it out. Maybe sign up, come give it a shot. If you know anyone who might be interested, send them this video or other videos, send them links. Get the word out, show it off, right? We want to be able to do this more often, which brings me to my next point. I've said in probably a couple of our older videos that we are planning on doing this more often, and we're probably going to do it starting in 2026, once every quarter. That's going to depend on how quickly we can create stages, because we don't want to just have the same stage over and over again. That's boring. So as long as we're able to create nice, meaningful stages, we're going to continue on, but shoot for that once a quarter, which is good for some of the people who have withdrawn because of other engagements or what have you. No harm, no foul. You guys got to do what you got to do, and we're going to have other events in the future that you can come out to. So, last thing I want to say before we get into the meat and potatoes of this video. If you haven't already and you're interested, please make sure to sign up. And if you have already signed up, make sure to please read the rules at least on our website. You can find a link in the description below. We have a link on the description of the match on Practice Score. And if you actually register for the match, we send you an email that also has the link. Our website is where we have all of the information. It's much easier and much better formatted than what Practice Score can do. No shame to Practice Score, but for us personally, it's just a lot better. We have all kinds of stuff on there. We have division info, we have contestant info, we have rules. Please make sure that you read the rules. We're going to be somewhat lenient on some of the rules, but rules that pertain to safety or some of the core elements of the competition, no. Safety is an absolute no-go. If you do something unsafe, that's it, you're done. But if you do something that maybe breaks a core fundamental piece of the competition, like, I don't know, you don't, you're not carrying your gear with you, that is one strike and then you're going to be out, basically. Sorry to be a stickler, but we just want to make sure things are going smooth. With that being said, yeah, I want to dive into the meat and potatoes. So in the previous video, I was talking about how we were basically manicuring the land. We were doing the excavation. We were building the berms. We were getting the supplies like barrels, pallets, target stands, targets, all that kind of fun stuff. And that's coming along super well. But we were also able to, as we progress that, figure out exact dimensions of the base. And that has allowed me to build out the stages. But since we have all of the stages planned, I'm going to give you guys a little bit more info. Number one, for starters, we're not sharing a ton of stage information. The point of this competition is for you to show up and handle what is in front of you with the equipment that you have on you. We don't want people to necessarily look online, look at all of the stages, and then build out a loadout that's specific to the competition. We want this to be more of, I don't know, there's some sort of conflict that I have to go get involved in, or I got to travel into wherever. you guys get what I'm saying. I'm trying to kind of dance around so we don't get, the shadow ban. But with that being the goal, we're not going to show a ton about the stage designs themselves, but each bay, we're going to have 4 bays and we're going to have 7 stages. So there are going to be bays that have multiple stages within them, but they're going to be clearly marked and delineated before we start. So that won't really be an issue. What I can say is that this is a physical shooting competition. So you need to be physically capable. We don't have anything that's too crazy. We don't have anything that requires you to be a bodybuilder to lift or move, but you do need to be able to lift, carry, throw, drag heavy items. Our heaviest item is 80 pounds. Our lightest item is like 35. Well, however much a cinder block weighs. But the cinder blocks are less about weight and more about like how you carry them. So there's going to be stuff like that too. There's going to be awkward stuff to carry as well. With that being said, you also need to make sure that you're capable of running. I would say everything in total, less than a mile, but probably 3/4 of a mile or so. With that being said, also physical activity is going to take place without loaded firearms. I'll give a good example. We do have a Casarda drill, which if you're unfamiliar is basically a kettlebell throw. And how that's going to work is you're going to take the kettlebell and you're going to drop it, well, throw it however you want to throw it, but your rifle is going to be laying on the ground. And your rifle will be loaded, safety on, but your rifle is going to be laying on the ground and you're going to throw the kettlebell, then you're going to pick your rifle up, run up to where the kettlebell is at, take your shots, lay the rifle down, throw it. And that's just to make sure everyone's being safe. So basically any like running that you do outside of what is necessary for engaging targets in the stage are going to be done without live firearms. And if there's any part of a stage, there are multiple stages where you have to do physical activity while you're also doing some shooting challenge. If there's anything like that, we're going to have designated like safe areas for you to put your loaded firearms. So we'll have like safe boxes where you set your pistol and then you can go do the physical activity and then you can come back and grab that pistol again. Those kind of things. So I think that that's pretty much about it. Oh, the shooting. Well, let's talk a little bit about the shooting. The shooting is going to be, in my opinion, pretty cool. So it's going to be, for lack of a better term, pretty difficult. Our targets are going to range from full-size USPSA silhouettes all the way down to clay pigeons, like the little orange clay pigeons. So be prepared to shoot any of those with your handgun or your rifle at distances from 75 yards in. That is, in my opinion, super cool. There's going to be a lot of obscure targets. Again, we're trying to mimic targets that you might experience in an actual situation, which are very rarely going to be showing you a full, perfect torso like this. So yeah, just be prepared to shoot those things. That leads me into my next point too, which is a lot of people are very curious about the round count or an approximation of the round count. We're looking at about 200 rounds of rifle and about 100 rounds of pistol. Now, that is perfect case scenario, meaning that you're not taking any makeup shots and you're being very, you're hitting everything you're shooting at basically. So if you're not perfect, I would bring a little bit more ammo than that bare minimum. And to be clear, there are some stages that allow you to either use a rifle or a pistol, kind of depending on which one you want to use. And in those scenarios, we've kind of accounted for that by including in that total ammo count, rifle and pistol ammo. So I would say you're probably safe around that ammo count. I would maybe bring... Actually, no, you wouldn't be safe around that particular, 200 for rifle, 100 for pistol. You would not, I would personally not do that. I would do at least 250 for rifle and at least 150 for pistol, if not 300 for rifle and 200 for pistol, just to verify and make sure that you are going to be able to clear everything without running out of ammo. That'd be embarrassing. So anyways, yeah, I hope that that sheds a little bit more light. Again, if you're interested in participating, links are going to be in the description below. I would recommend checking it out. If you can't make it, no harm, no foul. You can check out some of our other events as they come up in the future. And we, of course, are going to have everything filmed. So you're actually going to get to see us go through the night before and shoot everything. And then you're going to get to see the people who are okay being on camera. We'll just make a nice little video documentary kind of about the whole competition. So anyways, hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you at Tennessee Exodus. And remember, stay armed.